I'm Lori. Welcome to my channel, Lori's Little Designs and Crafts. If you are a returning subscriber, welcome back. It is great to see you again. And if you are new to the channel, thank you so very much for being here. I'm so happy to have you here with us today. Make sure you hit subscribe so you never miss an upload. So today we're going to be doing our monthly WIP and chat. If you don't know what WIP stands for work in progress, and chat just means chat. So today I'm just going to be working on one of my diamond paintings and just kind of chatting with you guys, giving you some updates, talking about life, all that fun stuff. So feel free to whip out one of your WIPs and work alongside me. So yeah, hi, welcome to the month of March. 2025 has been great so far, right? Am I right? Okay. So before I get too carried away, I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys the tools that I'm gonna be using today. So I've already loaded up my pen with my putty and my wax. And I do that off camera because I'm a klutz and it takes me like way too long to load up that stuff on camera. Like I don't feel I don't feel like it's a good use of my time to just sit there and show you like the struggle of me loading up my putty and wax. So I don't. But I am using Tracy's homemade cookies scented putty in my multi-placer today. And then for the wax, I decided to go very basic. I'm just using the pink heart wax from Diamond Art Club. This is actually a fresh plate. I just stabbed it. I don't know if you can see that or not. The camera is like, no, I just stabbed it a second ago to load up my single placer. So that's what I'm using in my placers today. The tray that I'm going to be using is I'm actually going to be using the Diamond Art Club tray. This is their newer tray that they include in their kits. So I'm going to be using this because I haven't used it. Like I unbox it all the time, but I've actually never used it. And I know they just came out with those really cute pastel color ones, so I kind of want to try this white one out and see if I actually like it before I'm tempted to, you know, maybe buy the pastel ones. The pen that I'm using today is from Enabler's Outpost. It is a resin and Fordite, I think it's called Fordite hybrid, so it's very purple and pretty. So I got this from Enabler's Outpost, and I think that's all my tools. I mean, I have tweezers. I also have a little rolly tool, but I probably won't use that today. So yeah, that's what I got. Those are the tools that I'll be using today. Yay! All right, so yay, welcome to the month of March. I hope everyone has been having a good month so far. It's definitely been eventful for us, and we're actually going to talk a lot about February because I do my WIP and chats on a monthly basis. Let me go ahead and pick a color. Let's work on this color. We're going to start with this. I do my WIP and chats on a monthly basis because I'm going to be honest with you, I don't know if I would have enough to talk about if I did them on a weekly basis. So I just choose not to. So there was a lot of stuff that went on in February. Lots of fun things happening in February. And March is off to a very good start as well. So yeah, lots of updates to give you guys. Before I get into life updates and stuff though, we're actually gonna be starting with some tag questions that Ashley from Messy Girl Crafts tagged me in. And oh my goodness, I just smacked you guys. I am so sorry. Okay, so I put you guys a little higher. That way maybe I won't smack you guys. So Ashley from Messy Girl Crafts tagged me in some tag questions that are diamond painted related. So we're going to go ahead and answer those and get those out of the way. And then I'll update you guys on some life updates and some things we chatted about last month. So her tag questions, what was her tag question? She would love to hear a diamond painting origin story and 5 reasons why I love diamond painting. So my diamond painting origin story. Okay. So I first tried out diamond painting back when it was like a newer craft, like way before it got to be popular. Like diamond painting has been around for a while, and I actually don't know if a lot of people know that or not. Like it's been around for 10 plus years. It's been around for a while. It just wasn't as wildly popular. And it was significantly, like, the market for it was significantly different than it was like today. So I would say I tried it back when I was like 19 or 20. So I'm 30 now. So that was like 10 years ago. I'm not afraid to tell you how old I am. I feel 30. I'm 30 now. So that was like 10 years ago. And funnily enough, I'm pretty sure I tried it for the first time on while I was live streaming, because I used to live stream all the time on Twitch. And I'm pretty sure I tried it for the first time over there. I don't think I have the archive stream anymore, but I'm pretty sure the first time I ever tried it was on a live stream. And it was a little, I don't remember if it was a keychain or a coaster. I don't remember. I don't even think I still have it anymore at this point, but I hated it. I absolutely could not stand it. I tried it and it was infuriating. I couldn't understand why anyone would want to, you know, spend so much time taking these little itty bitty gems and sticking them on some sticky plastic, pretty much. I say as I sit here and do this, right? Yeah, it's great. So yeah, I absolutely hated it. It wasn't my jam. I clearly did not have the patience for it when I was in my late teens, early 20s. Go figure, right? I mean, I'm not surprised. That sounds like me. It really does. So I never went back to it. I was still into other crafts though. Like I've always been crafty, right? But diamond painting was like an absolute no at that point. I was like, absolutely not. I hate this. This sucks. So a few years later, let's see, it was, what did I put down? In the summer of 2023. Yeah. Okay. So in the summer of 2023, I planned a visit to go see my parents because I don't live in the same state as my parents. I actually moved out when I was like, as soon as I was 18, I was like out the door. I wasn't living at home anymore. So in 2023, I think it was the summer. Yeah, it was the summer of 2023. I planned a trip to go see my parents. And my mom, she spends a lot of time at home. And I was trying to find something that I could introduce her to as like a hobby to give her something to do. And something that we could do together while I was visiting. And I was like, okay, well, this looks like fun. Like, I was looking at different things, and I was like, diamond painting, like, that looks like fun. You know, me vaguely going, like, as I was looking at the craft, I was like, I know I've tried this before. I know I've tried this before. And I don't remember, you know, I couldn't remember if I really, really liked it or really, really hated it at that moment. And, it didn't occur to me later until I was like, oh, wait, I've done this before. Anyways, so I picked out some, like, really cute keychains and, like, a really cute coaster set. And I was like, we'll start with something small, and we'll do them together and see if she even likes it. And I took it with us to my mom's house for our little visit or whatever. And she didn't really care for it. she did it with me, but it wasn't really for her. But I was like really into it. I was really zoned in and honed in on it. And what ended up happening was I ended up going home, right? I left all the stuff there because at the time she's like, oh yeah, I'll work on it. And then like she just like never picked it up again. I'm actually pretty sure she ended up giving the keychain set to my half sister. Which, you know, that's fine. I gave it to my mom. She can do whatever she wants with it. But I'm pretty sure she gave that away. I don't think she finished the coaster set either. So she wasn't really like fond of it. She didn't really go back to it. So I went home and I was like, oh my gosh, I have to do more of this, right? So that's when I started to look more into it. And I took the leap and I ordered a couple canvases. And mind you, they were not legally licensed canvases because at the time I knew nothing about like the community and, you know, legally licensed artwork. So they were literally just like a couple really cheap canvases that I found off of Amazon and I think Temu. And I didn't order a bunch, which is great because when I did find out about legally licensed artwork, I didn't have a bunch of stuff to like comb through or get rid of or whatever. So I picked up a couple and I was hooked. Even though the quality was absolutely terrible on those canvases. And then I started to discover other companies like Diamond Art Club. and I dove headfirst into that. So the first canvas that I picked up from Diamond Art Club was Magnolia's Castle, and it was by Moonbound Studio. It was so pretty. Oh my gosh, I love the colors in that. There was a lot of blues. There was a lot of darker colors too, but it literally looks like all the details on the canvas are glowing off the canvas itself. It's amazing. Like, truly, it's stunning. If you haven't seen that, and I don't know if it's archived or not, but if you have not seen that piece from Moonbound Studios, you should go check it out. It's so stinking pretty. So I got that in the fall of 2023. So in the summer of 2023 is when I like rediscovered it and I was like hooked. And then the fall of 2023 is when I discovered Diamond Art Club. And I mean, here we are, right? There's not much more to say from that. So that's how I got started diamond painting. I tried it when I was 19, 20, absolutely hated it. And then tried it again in 2023 because I was trying to find something for my mother to do while she was at home. I was trying to find her a hobby. I wasn't even looking for a hobby for myself. I wasn't looking for a hobby for me. Oh, that's a trash drill. Let me just toss it over there. I wasn't looking for a hobby for myself. I was looking for something for her. And she didn't even want to do it, which that's fine. So, yeah. Fun times. Fun times. So, yeah. 2023 is when I really got into it, and here we are. I just smacked the camera again. I'm so sorry. My goodness, I have to be careful, or maybe let me... There we go. I raised you guys a little bit higher. So yeah. So that's my diamond painting origin story. I mean, it's not super eventful or anything. It is kind of funny that I tried it before and I was like, I absolutely hate this, because I did. It was hilarious. I wish I still had that live stream, but I don't. I looked for it. I was like, I wonder on the off chance, did I archive it? And I did not. It would have been something to see. That would have been some interesting footage to share with you guys. So that's my origin story in terms of diamond painting. So 5 things that I love about diamond painting. Okay, so I actually had to really think about this, and I think I combined like some of my reasons. So my bad. So reason number 1 is that it's relaxing. It's relaxing and it's therapeutic to me. I diamond paint in the evenings to literally unwind and turn my brain off. Literally diamond paint to unwind and turn my brain off. Did I tell you guys what piece we're working on today? I don't remember if I told you guys what artwork we're actually working on today. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. I told you all my materials, but I didn't tell you what canvas we're working on. We're working on Serenity with the Moon from Jada Gem Shop, and the artist is Lorenis. My bad, I am so sorry. I apologize. I am off my game today. This actually reminds me of something else about how off my game I am today, but we'll come back to that. We'll circle back around. So, yeah, it's relaxing and therapeutic. Helps me unwind. My job, like my day job, I'm a data analyst. So it can be overwhelming. It's mentally taxing more than anything because I sit there and I look at large sets of data all day. And at the end of the day, my brain is just, it's mush, it's fried. So diamond painting helps me. It's almost like it's healing for my brain in a sense, because it turns all the analytical functions of my brain off. Like, I don't have to think about diamond painting. I mean, to some degree I do. I just, but other than that, I mean, diamond painting is fairly simple, right? So it helps my brain relax, and it helps me unwind at the end of the day. So that is reason number 1. Reason number 2 is because I like to multitask, and I can multitask to a point while I'm diamond painting. And I say to a point because obviously my hands are busy, but it does allow me to listen to audiobooks. It allows me to listen to TV shows, movies. I watch a crap ton of YouTube videos while I'm diamond painting. most of the time I listen, but you know, every now and then it's like I'll look up and see what's going on the screen depending on what I'm watching. I watch a lot of true crime documentaries and YouTube videos while I'm diamond painting. I don't usually have to like look up for my work too much for those. It's more of a just listen to. So it allows me that, which is wonderful because I love to read, and the audiobooks are like game changer, and I can do both at the same time. So it makes me feel more accomplished when I'm able to do that. I watch a lot of other crafters on YouTube too. So I watch Messy Girl Crafts. Hi Ashley, if you're seeing this. I watch Messy Girl Crafts. I watch Diamonds and Washi. I watch Emeralds with Fairy Lights. I watch Shire Shenanigans. I can't even name them all. Library of Diamonds. Oh my gosh, she's so cute. She's so sweet. So yeah, it allows me to multitask, and I am a multitasker at heart to a point. I like it when I can effectively multitask. And diamond painting allows me to do that. So that is another reason why I love diamond painting. What was my third reason? Oh, it scratches a different creative itch. Yeah, okay, so it scratches a different creative itch in a more artsy form, if that makes sense. So I guess I call myself a multi-crafter because I do partake in a variety of different crafts, and I am really bad about picking up crafts and being really, really like into them for a while and then dropping them again, which is a completely different subject. But this diamond painting allows me to feel like, what's the word I'm looking for? It allows me to like, okay, so I'm not good at drawing, right? I cannot draw to save my life. I can do some kind of art in terms of like pixel art, but it takes me a long time to do any of that. And then I'm super critical about it. But this is like I'm making something. I'm creating art in a different way. It scratches a different creative itch for me, and I really, really enjoy it. Yeah, I don't know what else to say about that other than that's it. Number 4, my fourth reason that I love diamond painting, I enjoy the process. I am a very routine-based person, and I like following directions and instructions, and I like it when things don't change. I mean, I do like change in certain aspects, but, you know, like the overall core of something not changing is, like, satisfying to me. I guess this kind of correlates back to it being relaxing because it's always the same, right? I mean, the colors and the symbols and the artwork changes, but the process itself never changes. And this kind of correlates back to it being therapeutic because in my job, my day-to-day job is always changing. It's never the same. And I'm a person who thrives in an environment where change doesn't happen all the time. I also thrive in environments where I can shift and adjust as needed with you know, if there are changes. I'm really good at that. I don't like it. It irks me. So yeah, I like the process of diamond painting, and I like the result. It's satisfying. It's really satisfying to see pieces of artwork come to life. And to know that I did it in some capacity. I mean, I didn't create the original artwork. I wish. I totally just smacked my camera again. I am so sorry. I am just like all up in the camera today. I'm like, smack, a smack. Oh my goodness. So yeah, that's the fourth reason. And the last reason why I love diamond painting, and this is hilarious because this is legitimately a reason, is I'm a collector of pretty things. Yeah, diamond paintings are pretty. And to put this into perspective, my other hobbies, I'm gonna kind of correlate this into my other hobbies. Books. Books are pretty. I am a sucker for a pretty book cover. Get off of my pen. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, I am a sucker for a pretty book cover. Yarn. Yarn is pretty. I am a sucker for pretty yarn. I really am. And I know that's like, what's the word? What's the word that I'm looking for? It's not, it doesn't make me, I can't think of the word. I want to say vain, but I don't know if that's the right word. Yeah, I like pretty things. So diamond painting is literally sparkly diamonds. I mean, and beautiful images, and I like to collect them. So I hope that answers the tag questions. So that was my diamond painting origin story plus 5 reasons why I love to diamond paint. Yeah. Yeah. I think that about covers it though. I think I answered everything. Yeah, I'm satisfied with those answers. That's all I got. That's pretty much what I wrote down. So yeah, I've never answered tag questions before. That was fun. That was fun. I don't have anyone, like I've been thinking about who I could tag in return, and it's like, I don't have anyone to tag. So if you guys just want to answer those down in the comment section below, feel free. I don't have anyone to tag back. Hi everyone, Editing Lori just popping in real quick because I do want to tag 2 creators for these diamond painting tag questions. I'm going to tag Ashley from Ashley Hobbs Arts and Crafts, and I would also like to tag a Library of Diamonds for these diamond painting tag questions. So I would love to hear your origin story about how you started diamond painting and 5 things about why you love the craft. So I hope you guys enjoy the rest of the video. I just had to pop in and tag someone because I felt like, I don't know, I felt silly because I didn't have anyone to tag, and I was like, I know I have other diamond painting creators that I watch consistently. So I was like, I got you guys. So enjoy. Bye. I do not. I'm gonna get rid of this diamond. It has a hole on the top of it. Okay, there we go. So yeah, those are the diamond painting tag questions. What else do I have to tell you guys today? Wasn't there something I was gonna backtrack and tell you about? Me being a klutz. Okay, so I've been smacking the camera like off and on throughout this video, and it took me forever to get my pen loaded up with my putty and my wax today. I actually busted one of my single placers with like the copper tips, not the metal one. Like I'm using a metal single placer. But I had a plastic one with a copper, I think it's a copper tip. Is that what they're, a brass tip? Brass tip? Yeah, it was a brass tip. And I actually busted it because I was cleaning out the wax that was in it, and I am I'm a klutz, first of all, and I do this thing where I clean out my tips with tweezers, and I'm not always as careful as I should be. So when I went to go clean out the tip that I was using in this pen originally, my single placer, I busted it open, and I had to actually swap the tip out before I started. So yeah, that was fun. That was fun. That was great. That's just like, that's me in a bottle though. Like if there's a way to screw something up, I'm gonna do it. I'm like an expert at that. It's hilarious. And I don't do it intentionally either. I'm just naturally a klutz. And I will try so hard not to be klutzy, and it honestly, I think it makes it worse. I think it makes my klutziness worse when I'm like, I can't mess this up. And then I completely mess it up. Like, for instance, and I don't know if I ever told you guys this or not. I probably didn't, but on our wedding day, I actually sprained my ankle the morning of. It was crazy. And it was a couple weeks before, I almost rolled my ankle and sprained it. And I have really weak ankles. And I'm a klutz, right? So growing up a lot, I was always like spraining my ankle. I never broke it. But anyways, we were in Chicago for like my bachelorette getaway because it wasn't really a party. I didn't want a bachelorette party. So me and my maid of honor and her mother, we just spent a weekend in Chicago, but we were walking around Chicago and I stepped off of a curb and I like rolled my ankle and I was like, oh my gosh. And they're like, oh my gosh, are you okay? And it's like, no, I'm fine. I was like, it feels fine. It didn't pop. I caught myself. We're good. And then I was like, I have to make sure that I am careful because, you know, I'm getting married in like a week and we're going to Hawaii and blah, 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 blah. And yeah, the morning of our wedding, I sprained the absolute crap out of my ankle and it swelled up to like the size of a golf ball. I could still walk on it. And then, what was it, 2 days later, we flew to Hawaii and I hiked up Diamond Head Crater on a swollen ankle. Yes, I did. It was great. I mean, it was a great experience. We still had a lot of fun. I moved a lot slower because I had a swollen ankle and I was being very careful hiking up Diamond Head because Diamond Head is not like, there's a pathway, but it's not always like a paved pathway. Like there's a trail. So that was fun. That's just an example of me being klutzy, though. That was the point of that, is me being klutzy. Same with my diamond painting tip here, you know, that I busted open. That happened because I was a klutz. And if you use tweezers to clean out your placers, please be careful. This is your PSA. So please be careful. Okay, so I think I'm done with this color. This is not straight down here at all. It'll straighten itself out, but I think I'm done with this color. I think we're going to pick another one. I'm thinking the letter M. Yeah, we're going to do the letter M, which is like some of this outlying like light pink on the edges. So let me put this away and I'll pick up another color. Okay, wait, okay, sorry. I'm using new trays. I'm like, where's my little... I'm getting diamonds everywhere. I don't like this. Okay, so I am not a fan of the Diamond Art Club spout. Diamonds, get out of the tray. Okay, so I got diamonds everywhere. I really wish the spout on this was longer. I really do. And I think that they made these longer. And this is one of the newer-ish ones. So that is unfortunate. I don't know if that's going to be my go-to tray. Let me put this back and get the next color. Let's see, we need the symbol M, which is like this peachy color. All right, so yeah, that's an example of me being a klutz, and I busted one of my brass tip single placers, which is hilarious. But it is what it is. It is what it is. I have so many of those. It's really not a big deal anyways. Okay, so some life updates. Let's see. So, okay, Kit Kat. So we talked about my old man cat last month. He wasn't doing too hot. He has a lot of stuff going on with him. He has to go to the vet every week for like fluids and whatnot. So update on him. They actually took him off of his prescription food because he has kidney problems. So they had him on like a kidney prescription food diet. They took him off of that because he stopped eating. And they're like, just feed him whatever he wants to get him to eat and it be what it be. And we're like, okay, sounds like a plan. He's been eating again, which is great. And he's actually been gaining weight every single week for the last month. So he is doing a lot better. He still has to go to the vet every week to get like a fluid injection to keep him hydrated because we're trying to maintain as much of his kidney function as he has left. But he's doing really good. Every now and then he still does get nauseous and he'll throw up and whatnot, but that's just a side effect of, you know, his kidneys going bad and the stuff. But he gets additional medication every week if he needs it. This week he actually had a really, really good week. He was running around and playing with his brother, and the weather is getting nicer, so I've been able to like open the windows for him, and he will just sit in the window and listen to all the birdies, and he'll sunbathe, and he really likes the fresh air, and the fresh air really does like help stimulate his appetite too. So it makes him eat more, which is great. He yeah, he gained like 1/10 of a pound this week alone, which is a lot of weight for a cat, mind you. And I think the week before he gained like 2/10 of a pound, which is fantastic. Like, I'm feeding this boy everything and anything he could ever ask for. I make sure he has fresh food around the clock. Like, he's doing good. He's doing better. And I know that, you know, he's getting old and eventually it will come to a head, but he's good. He's had a good week. He's definitely happier since we took him off of his prescription food. And you can tell like he's just generally way happier than he was, and that's all that matters. Is we just want him to be happy and all that jazz until he decides, you know, he's done. So that is a little update on my old man kitty cat. He's so funny. I actually had to take him to his appointment this morning before this WIP Chat. And you would think at this point he would be used to going to the vet. And I think he is, but he feels the need to, I have wax on my diamond here. Let me just get that off. He feels the need to express his opinion about it. And he'll give me his little old man whine. And he's such a character. He's such a character. He really is. But he's really good. The girls at the clinic really like him. He's such a good boy when he goes. He doesn't fight anybody. He just sits there and he lets them do their thing, and then he knows that when they're done he gets to go back home and he gets treats and stuff. So he's just so funny. So that's a little update on my king kitty. We call him King Kitty around these parts because that's what he is. Let's see some other updates. Oh, I had a dentist appointment. Ugh. So I had a dentist appointment in February, and I actually, okay, so this last year, I had to have some treatment done for gum disease. So take my story as a precaution. If you don't like to floss, just do it. Just do it. And if you hate string floss, get a water flosser. You can buy them over the counter, and they have different settings, and you can start off on the most gentle setting until your gums get used to it. Like, game changer. Okay, so just do it. Just do it. I'm just gonna preface that by saying that. So I have never been really great at flossing. Brushing, yes. Flossing, no. And let's see, last year I went to the dentist for like a normal checkup, and I'm not gonna lie, it had been a long time since I had been to the dentist for a cleaning. And it turned out that I had like early onset gum disease, and it was a whole ordeal. I had to have a special kind of treatment to get it under control, and I had to change some oral hygiene habits to get it under control as well and maintain it, because once it starts, it's really hard to get rid of and manage and all that stuff. So I had a dentist appointment last month. Everything's good. Everything's fine. My hygienist is actually like really impressed at like the progress that I made in the last year. Like, my gums are super healthy now, and she says most people it takes them like 2 or 3 years for them to get back to like a really healthy like stage for their gums and whatnot. I didn't mess around. When she told me I had a problem at that appointment, like, you know, last year or whatever, I didn't mess around. I was like, okay. I was like, I will do better. I will take better care of myself, yada, yada. And I did. And it's been great. To the point to where they're like, okay, so let's talk about like other issues that you're having. So I have problems with my jaw popping and like getting tight and stuff. And sometimes it can be really uncomfortable, and sometimes it doesn't bother me at all. It bothers me primarily when I go to the dentist, or when I like have to open my mouth really wide, and then it starts to like lock up and stuff. Another example of an issue that I had with it was I ate a piece of caramel around the holidays, like November, December. And the next day, like, it screwed with my jaw so bad. Like, the next day I was having problems like opening and closing my mouth to eat. So I was eating things that didn't require a lot of chewing, like applesauce and mashed potatoes and stuff. So we discussed that, and the consensus is they want me to try out like a sleeping night guard, I think they call it, like a night guard for me to sleep in. Yeah. To try, because they think I might be grinding my teeth when I'm sleeping and just not know it. They also told me that it's possible that I could grind my jaw when I'm like stressed and just not be aware of it, and it's possible. I actually caught myself doing it the other day while I was working because I was annoyed. I was annoyed at work. I am so glad that I work from home behind a desk and I don't have to be face to face to people. Because I've worked remotely for so long that I have my own office. So like if I'm not in a meeting or whatever, I'll say whatever I'm feeling and I don't have to hide my expressions and whatnot. But anyways, you know, I was working and I got annoyed and I caught myself like grinding my jaw. So I was like, yeah, probably. I probably do those things. So they want me to get a night guard, which is great in the grand scheme of things, right? Because, you know, my gums are doing so well that they're like, let's move on to whatever else you need. You know, we got that under control. We feel confident about it, which is great. But then like, it's like $450 for a custom fit night guard, which they recommended a custom one instead of getting one over the counter, because I guess the ones over the counter are okay. But you have to cut them to fit like your mouth, right? You have to cut them down to size because they're not a one size fits all. And I have a really small mouth. So I was like, well, one over the counter won't work. I was like, I guess we'll do a custom one, but that's like $450. And I'm like, okay, that's fine. Well, they're also like, okay, so apparently a night guard it would be kind of like a band-aid to the overarching issue. It's the way they described it to me. They're like, yeah, it's gonna help, but to even further this, we recommend you getting Invisalign. And I was like, oh, great. Fun. So my overall bite isn't bad. And honestly, my teeth really aren't super unstraight. I have like maybe one spot where it's kind of like all jacked up in the front, and then like the rest of my teeth are pretty, they're pretty good. So the adjustment that would be made would be very slight, but they said that it's gonna have a really what was the way they described it? They said it was going to have a really good effect if we got it fixed or realigned pretty much, even though in other areas the adjustment would be slight. It would pretty much just help even out my bite. So I was like, okay, interesting. I was like, let's start with the night guard. But they went ahead and they gave me like the numbers for the Invisalign, and my insurance doesn't cover orthodontic stuff for adults. So like I think they cover orthodontial stuff for people up to like the age of 19. And I'm well past that age, right? So they don't contribute anything to that. I'll have to pay it all out of pocket, just like my night guard, because they don't pay for the night guard either, which is fine. But it was like, I think it was like $7,000. And then she's like, oh, we have a promotion going on and blah, blah, blah. And with the promotion, it comes to like $4,300. And I was like, that's great. And I was like, yeah, let's try the night guard first, because I have other things going on that I have to budget for that we're going to talk about. And then we'll circle back to this. But it was really funny because after my dentist appointment, my husband and I walked around a furniture store because I was looking for a specific like piece of furniture to use around the house. And it was one of those things where it's like, when I see it, I'll know kind of thing. So we were just browsing, but we were also looking at sectionals while we were there because we've been like flirting with the idea of getting rid of our couch and love seat and getting a sectional because it'll fit our living space a little better. So I was jokingly going around and being like, is it less than $4,500? You know, the cost of my Invisalign or whatever. And he's like, yeah. And I was like, oh, we can afford it. So that was the running joke the whole time while we were shopping for furniture. It was pretty funny. So yeah, I had a dentist appointment. Love going to the dentist. No, I don't. But again, preface, if you don't like to floss, just do it. Just floss. Get a flosser, get a water flosser. I use a water flosser, and I also, I'll use the floss picks. I don't like string floss. I just don't. I never have. But I will alternate between my water flosser and like a little flossing picks. I find work pretty well for me too. So yes, do it. Just save yourself the money, because let me tell you that the amount of money that I had to spend for treatment on my gums was astronomical. Like, it is not a good, fun, happy time. And it was after the insurance paid out some of it too. So just do it, okay? Just take care of yourself. Take care of your gums. You'll thank me later. And a water flosser is like 20 or 30 bucks. You don't need the most high-end one. The one that I got on Amazon, I'm pretty sure was like 30 bucks. And it's even pink. You can get a pink one. You can get them in different colors too. Just do it. Just do it. Just do it, okay? Trust me. So that happened. Let's see. My husband got his gallbladder taken out, and he's been recovering from that. So that's going well. He has to have a follow-up procedure for that, but he's been recovering like a trooper. So he's been really excited. He's been able to pretty much eat whatever he wants, which is great, because we really had to watch our diet before he had it removed because it was causing him so much agony. So yeah, he got that out like a week ago, and he's been recovering. He's a trooper. I've had to like pick up all the slack on the housework and take care of like running all of our errands and stuff, which is completely fine. But I'm just, we've just been letting him eat whatever he wants. And luckily, like, I don't think anything that he's eaten so far has really caused him any like, discomfort, except for the monster that he had the other day. But let's be real, like, monsters are like liquid death in a bottle, and those are always bad for you anyway. So, but I mean, like, in terms of like fried food and stuff, like, a lot of people have issues handling like fried foods after gallbladder surgery. So, and he hasn't had any problems. Like, he's had like chicken strips and McDonald's galore, which is not good for you, but once you haven't been able to have it in a while, and it's just been so convenient while he's been recovering. Yeah, I mean, he hasn't had any problems with that, which is great. So happy to have that surgery out of the way. Luckily, so the surgery itself, oh, this is interesting. So before he had the surgery, we called and we got like an estimate as to how much the surgery was going to cost. And then we had to call the insurance and be like, how much do we have to pay? So before insurance, everything was like, the procedure itself was like 20 grand is what they quoted it as. And then there was like a separate line for like surgeon fees, which was like another 1,500. And then the anesthesia to put you under, they quoted it at $10 per minute. And that was that hospital's rate. And from my understanding, hospitals can charge whatever they want per minute for anesthesia in the United States. Isn't that crazy? Isn't that crazy? It's freaking nuts. But again, thankfully, we have insurance. Because my husband has a really good job with really good benefits. So, when we called the insurance company, we were able to get like a quote as to what we were going to have to pay out of pocket. And he has already been to the ER like twice this year because of gallbladder pain. So, our out-of-pocket max for the year is only like $4,500. So, with that being said, we, didn't have to pay a whole lot towards it. So I'm thankful for that. Because that was a scary number at first. I was like, that's insane. So yeah, we hit our out-of-pocket maximum easy peasy this year. So like, and I think the difference was like less than 2 grand. So that's good. That's good. So if you ever have to have gallbladder surgery, just so you know, it's expensive. Is expensive. And then, hospitals always have financing and stuff, but thankfully we don't need that kind of financing. But I know some people out there might need that kind of thing. But yeah, hospitals and stuff will work with you to pay those kinds of procedures off if you don't have insurance. So yeah, he's recovering, and I'm excited. He had to take a couple weeks off of work, and he can't lift anything over 10 pounds, and riding in the car has been a challenge, but he's doing good. He's definitely been a trooper. He's been playing a lot of Final Fantasy on the couch recently, and he's been keeping the cats company so they don't bug me while I'm working, which has been nice. I'm just like, hey, take a cat. And he's like, okay. So I'll take the cat and be like, here, sit with your dad. And they cuddle up and sit there all day. So yeah. So yeah, I'm glad he's getting better. What else? What else has been going on? What else did I write down? Oh, Gencon update. Okay, so last month I talked a little bit about Gencon. I got my badge. We got our hotel booked. I'm really excited. Gencon is in August. Let's see. So event sign up is in May. So I do have a couple more months before I get to do anything in terms of Gencon. But I've been thinking about doing a video where I show you guys the different events that I'm interested in and the ones that I'm planning on signing up for. And I think that might be interesting because, again, Gencon has a lot of crafty events. So I thought it would be fun to kind of show you guys like that whole process and the types of things that I might potentially be doing at Gencon. So if that's something that you guys think you might want to see, let me know, because I have been thinking about it in the background of things. I'm like, well, that could be fun. And then I'm like, I don't know if people actually want to see that, but it can be crafty related because there's all kinds of crafty events that go on at Gencon. And I primarily do the crafting events. Like I do some of the gaming stuff too, specifically with my husband, but yeah, like I will go off and do like all kinds of crafty stuff. So I thought that might be interesting to show you guys when event sign up happens. So let me know what you guys think about that. And then Gencon, there's actually an event going on. They had it last year, but they're doing it again this year. And they're called Gencon Trinket Traders, which I think is so cute. And it was the first thing, like they did it for the first time last year where people would like make things and pretty much just group up and trade. So like a lot of people were making like friendship bracelets, and people were bringing like little crocheted keychains, and some people were bringing snacks and just little trinkets like magnets, and a lot of the stuff is things that people have made, but some people just buy things to trade too, like pens and just all kinds of stuff. Like, and I'm talking like the pens that you pen on to like a bag or something. But some people I think actually were trading like nerdy writing pens too, which is really neat. So I am actually going to be making stuff to trade this year for the Gencon Trinket Traders. And I'm thinking I'm going to do bracelets that are nerdy themed. And I ordered a bunch of supplies for that. Some of it's supposed to be delivered today, I think. And then the rest of it's supposed to be delivered next week. So, like, I ordered, like, these really cute D20 dice bracelet charms. And I'm going to make bracelets that say Gencon 2025 and dress them all up in nerdy colors and charms and stuff. And take those to the trade-up meeting for the Trinket Traders. I think that'll be really cute. I'm also thinking about making like perler bead keychains, like maybe little potion bottles. I don't know. We'll see. I have some ideas, so I might actually be doing some like random videos of that, of me just like making cute little things for the Trinket Trader meetup at Gencon this year. So just something to possibly be on the lookout for. Let's see. I don't think it's not very straight. Do we have any more of this symbol on here? I'm not seeing any more. Okay, so I think I'm going to do this little like white symbol next. This is starting to fill in real nicely. I really like this canvas. I've actually been posting progress pictures of this canvas over on my Instagram, so if you guys want to see it in a more uniform fashion, definitely go check it out. It's so pretty. The crystals in this canvas are to die for. They really are. They really are. Okay, let me see if I can get these back in the container without getting them everywhere like I did earlier. Ah, they just want to fall out. I just dropped a couple. And then they're getting stuck too. Okay, so I don't know how I feel about this tray. Maybe it's me. Maybe I'm the problem. It's me. Hi. I'm the problem. It's me. Okay, I have a little brushy tool that I'm just gonna try to brush these down through. Like, I don't know if it's static in this tray or if it's the tray itself. I don't know. And I have no idea where I got this little brush tool from. I truly have no idea, but it's a little brush. I think it might have came in one of my random, like, storage containers. No, I see beads everywhere. Beads. I see drills everywhere. They flew. Okay. Yeah, I don't know how I feel about these trays right now. I don't know how I feel about the Diamond Art Club tray. I'm having a terrible time with it. I might switch to a different one. All right, what's the next color that I say? That white color. Where's it at? It's right here. It's also not white. It's pink. It's just white on the canvas. Oh my goodness, there's all kinds of, okay, so it just must be static because I have all kinds of drills here on the side. I don't know how well you guys can see that. Oh my goodness, let me just, there we go. That'll work. I just piled them up over there. I'll deal with that later. What was I saying? Yeah, I don't know how I feel about this tray. I do not know. Maybe I'll wipe it down with a dryer sheet and see if that helps and try again, maybe. Maybe I'm just a tray snob. I could just be a tray snob. It's possible. It is possible. So, what was I saying before? I completely forgot. Completely lost my train of thought. Yeah, so Gencon, bracelets, all that stuff. I'll just, yeah, I might have a bunch of cute little fun, random, crafty videos coming along and all that stuff. And then I was saying that if you wanted to see more uniform progress pictures of this canvas, they're over on my Instagram. Go check them out. This canvas is beautiful. I've loved every single minute of working on this canvas. I just wish that I would have had more time to work on it so far. Okay, so my camera totally died on me. The battery, I killed it. My camera was like, nope, can't record anymore, battery dead, and it just like turned off. It didn't give me a warning or anything. It's wild. So yeah, let's see, what other updates do I have for you guys? What am I watching? So I haven't been watching a whole lot of television, like on Netflix or Hulu or anything. I've watched some things, but nothing like super consistent. Again, I watch a lot of YouTube. I watch so much YouTube, it's insane. And by watch YouTube, I mean like I listen to YouTube. So for Netflix shows, I am currently in the middle of the most recent season of The Sweet Magnolias. Super cute. It's a very emotional show. It's very, maybe not emotional. I mean, there are some emotional things that do happen. It's very wholesome. Yeah, it's just a very wholesome show. And it's I think it's the third season. Maybe it's the fourth season. Whatever the most recent season is, it just recently came out. So I am in the middle of watching that. Haven't watched much of it since I started to watch the next season. And I'm really bad about that. So sometimes I will binge watch completely, like new series or seasons or whatever. And then sometimes I'll start them, go weeks without watching them, and then pick them back up again and finish them. It just depends. There is no in between. It's not like I have to watch an episode every night. It just doesn't happen like that. So I've been watching that. I watched the new documentary on Hulu about Ruby Frankie and the 8 passengers. That was interesting. There was a bunch of like new footage included in the documentary that came directly from the family, and I have thoughts and opinions on that, but I thought it was interesting. Was there something else that I've been watching? Okay, so off and on, I have been trying to make my way through The Walking Dead. And I know you're going to be like, Lori, the show's so old. Yeah, well, I stopped watching way back when after a certain character died. And it traumatized me. So I'm trying to get caught back up to that point and then finish out the series. Like, it's been years, and I think I've mourned that character's death many, many times over. And I haven't gotten caught back up to that point. So, like, I've been watching an episode here or there, like, when I'm walking on the treadmill. So I'm not making very much progress. But that is something that I've just kind of passively been watching in the background every now and then when I'm, like, walking on the treadmill and stuff. So I've been watching that, too. And then, of course, again, YouTube and stuff. All the crafters that I watch all the time, every day. Messy Girl Crafts, Diamonds and Washi, Emeralds and Fairy Lights, Shire Shenanigans, Library of Diamonds. And then I have all my true crime channels that I watch too. Okay, so that's everything that I've been watching. So reading, what am I reading? Okay, so I finished reading my reread of A River of Golden Bones by A.K. Mulford. So I finished that, and I'm going to be starting book 2 from her, which is, what is it called? It's over there on my shelf. Is it a Sea of Emerald Stars, I think it's called? Anyways, it's the second book in that series, and it's going to be a trilogy. She actually just announced book 3, which is coming out later this year, so that's great. So I'm going to be starting book 2 of that probably within the next day or two. Yeah, probably within the next day or two. I've also been reading It Ends With Us by Colleen Hoover. So that's not usually like my first genre of book. But I saw a while back that there was a movie that came out based around the book, and it was starring Blake Lively, and there was all kinds of crazy drama surrounding the movie and the actors. And I went down a rabbit hole about that, and I was like, well, maybe I should go read this book and then compare it to the movie and see how absolute trash the movie is, supposedly. So I've been listening to the audiobook of that. It has been good. It is based around domestic violence, so if that is a trigger for anyone, definitely I don't recommend reading it. But it's good. It's good. It's not my first Colleen Hoover book. I have read another book by Colleen Hoover. What was the other one that I read by her? Was it Verity? Is that what it's called? I can't remember. I'll pop up a picture on the screen if you want to know. I can't remember. I can't remember what it's called. I'm pretty sure that was by Colleen Hoover. So it's not my first Colleen Hoover book, but I know that It Ends With Us has been like really widely popular for a while. And it's been on my TBR for a while. I just haven't gotten around to it because I prefer fantasy romance over just like regular stuff. That's just my preferred genre. That doesn't mean I don't read anything else, because I do read like mystery and thrillers and horrors and sci-fi from time to time. It's just my big thing right now is just fantasy romance. So I am in the middle of that audiobook. I'm actually almost done with it. I only have a couple more hours on it. So I'll probably finish that, I don't know, sometime within the next week, which is great. I didn't read nearly as many books last month as I did in the month of January, but that's okay. That's okay. I'm still on track to meet my reading goal for the year, which is like 15 books minimum. So I'm okay with that. I am 100% okay with that. So that's everything that I'm currently reading right now. Not a whole lot going on, but it's completely fine. I'm happy with it. So let's see, what am I playing? Okay, so I'm actually playing a game. So if you do not know, I am a gamer, and I have been for many, many, many years. I just, oh my gosh, I just jumped a bunch of drills on my painting. And I have been for many years. it comes and goes. It comes and goes in phases. And I picked up a game last month. It is called Avowed, and I have been having a lot of fun with it. So it is a first-person fantasy action RPG, which is like a role-playing game. And it is developed by Obsidian Entertainment, and it was published by Xbox. So it's pretty much a fantasy-based game. You get to create your own character, and there's like combat and side quests and all this fun stuff, and it's set in a very bright and vibrant world that also includes like a magic system, and it's been a lot of fun. I've been enjoying it. I don't know what the reviews have been about the game in general from like the gaming community. Not that I really care because I think some of those reviews sometimes are bogus. But I've been enjoying it. I've seen people, I have seen a couple of people compare it to Skyrim, but with better combat. I've also seen or heard about people comparing it to Oblivion. But Oblivion supposedly is better. Not that I would agree. I've played Oblivion. Oblivion was great back in the day, but it hasn't aged very well. But it's a very pretty game. Avowed is very pretty. I think there's good humor in the game. I'm playing like as a wizard, so I'm walking around with my wand, absolutely destroying people. And I'm not even gonna lie, I'm playing like on the easiest difficulty imaginable because I just don't have the patience for a huge challenge in video games anymore, at least right now. I'm more so just like, you know, along for the ride, so to speak, rather than the challenge. So I'm enjoying it a lot. However, that being said, it does take a little bit of time away from my diamond paintings. So was it last weekend? I spent like the entirety of Saturday playing, not the entirety, like I did my chores and stuff and everything that I had to do, but my free time was spent playing Avowed instead of like diamond painting and crafting. And then at the end of the day, I was like, oh man, I wish I had more time to diamond paint and stuff. It just didn't happen, so it's fine. So yeah, that's what I'm playing right now. I'm having a lot of fun with it. As for YouTube, I've been consistently uploading 2 videos a week, which is fantastic because my goal, honestly, is just 1 video a week. And I have started uploading more crochet content as well. That doesn't mean my diamond painting content is going anywhere. It's absolutely not. So you do not have to worry about that. But crochet is another crafty passion of mine. So yeah, I'm really excited to start getting some of that content out as well. So yeah, that's pretty much, I'm gonna have to take care of this off camera. It's all like stuck and everything. I'm not a fan of this tray so far, and I don't know if it's because it's all staticky or if it's just me or if it's the tray itself. I'm gonna try it again, I think, off camera probably, and give it another shot. But I don't know. How do you guys feel about the Diamond Art Club trays that come with the new toolkits? Do you guys like these? Do you not like these? Am I the only one who doesn't like these? Let me know in the comment section down below. I want to know. I don't know if it's just me. I have no idea. So yeah, those are all the updates that I have for you guys. We did not complete this section, but we made pretty good progress on like the confetti on all these flowers. Isn't that pretty? I love this. I have really enjoyed working on the flowers in this kit. I've also really enjoyed just the kit in general. It's absolutely amazing. Again, this is Serenity with the Moon from Jaded Gem Shop by Lorenis. So go check it out if you're interested in this one. I think that's all I got. That's all I got today, guys. So I want to thank you guys so much for being here. If you made it all the way to the end of this video, thank you so much. Leave a butterfly emoji down in the comment section below if you made it all the way to the end. Definitely leave a thumbs up if you enjoyed the video and you want to see more content from me. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't done so already. You can't tell me you made it all the way to the end of this video and you are not subscribed. What are you doing? Hit the button. I would love to have you guys here with us. If you would like to be, you are always welcome. Again, I hope you guys have a fantastic month of March. I hope you have a good week, and I will see you guys very soon with another video. Bye!